You say we're not eating children, and now we are eating children.
You see this odd figure come right up to the camp and very gingerly attempts to pick Kvetin up and carry him away as it swings its near elastic but rock-like arm, smacking the two of you for 2 points of damage as you both are knocked over. A massive line like in Akira Kurosawa film, just fucking blood and bile and decay just erupt violently, and it showers over everyone like it's a rain scene in a romance film.
Kindly like to dance in it like a child in a sprinkler.
Suffering tastes delicious, and the screaming is music to my ears.
And
I'm gonna start gathering the bones. How many corpses worth of bones?
you're able
How
to find...
many child-sized rocks can we find?
I'm gonna strip off my armor, which is pretty much all I'm wearing.
You have a rat badger adolescent.
As you continue down, moving through the long hallway, the scent only gets more and more putrid as you come to a fork in the road. To the left of you, the door is closed and it smells disgusting. To the right of you, gunk. You can see flowing gunk, and it just spewing downward. It's like a collection of debilitating stenches that waft between either direction as it's just unrelenting. But to the left of you, you can smell blood. To the forward of you, to the right, you just smell putrid shit.
Vile.
I'm going through the door.
To the left,
Uh-huh.
go straight through the door. All right. You open the door. You begin to see an array of things as the smell of rotting flesh hits you. You see 3 huge trenchers full of decayed meat, offal, clothing, and blood. Tiny salad leaves covering the top of them for garnish. As you see 3 more of those fleshy, mobile ceramic creations, one of them leafing the greens into the pile of meat and clothing. As you see, looks to be 2 people in the back corner, back left corner, on a chain. One of them, a male whose legs have been both cut off, and the other, a female who no longer has either of her arms. As they huddle to each other, as another one of the automatons turns to look to them and prepares to step over, and then turns and sees you.
I'm gonna step backward.
Slam the door.
Ooh, wrong room.
Guys, sorry for bothering
Close
you.
the
We'll
door.
just, be on your way.
Yeah, if you could point us to the bathroom, that'd be great. we'll let you be.
You close the door.
No, but I'm gonna, scoot
Step back.
backward to, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and make sure that there's room for the others to come in.
Oh, what is in this room? Oh, dear.
And I thought the smell was the worst part of this place.
And I thought my family was fucked up. You have to speak clearly. I can only understand privilege.
Food.
That's better.
As
We'll work on it.
The one that's stirring and leafing it up kind of just shrugs and looks over to the two of them. As the two of them look to each other and do a meaty hand rock, paper, scissors. The one in front of you fails because he went for paper like a bitch, and he goes and starts walking over towards the group of you. What do you guys do?
I whip him.
Okay, initiative!
Oh, that was a D3. That was a terrible turn. Well, I rolled a 1 anyway, so.
Watch they get a 1-2.
Alright, team.
I fumble around with my whip, embarrassingly long.
Yes, you do, as you're the one it comes over to pick up.
Oh, good.
Roll me a defense.
Oh, good. Well, I'm much better at defense than attacking. That's a 13.
It tries to pick you up. You're able to use your whip and wrap around its arm and pull its arm away. As it pulls its arm back, but you are now free.
Okay.
As the one behind it is going to throw a child-sized rock at Rugnar.
Holding back on us here.
A child-sized ball of human flesh. Rugnar, defense.
Is it just a child?
It could have been.
I'm sorry, did you say me defense?
Yeah, defense, Rugnar. You're getting a child-sized ball of meat thrown at you.
God damn it.
I mean,
That's 12.
You narrowly dodge as it slams against the wall and skids down it, making a meaty, grungily smell as flies coat over it and dance around you as you hear their siren song, buzzingly annoying.
That's a siren song?
Yeah, beautiful, ain't it?
I mean, best case scenario, that was a torso.
Sure.
No, it's a child-sized rock, and I'm gonna turn it into food later. It's fine.
I mean, some of you chose to be eaten alive, so...
True.
Alright, what do you guys do?
I wish that I had picked up a femur in that room full of bones, because that'd be better than my whip. But I whip.
I was gonna say, I can give you a crowbar.
I whip. I miss. I rolled a 0. It's a modified 0. I didn't actually fumble.
Okay. As you
minus 2
you
strength.
whip out your whip, and you grab a hold of this one. You pull it close to you as it opens its mouth, and you were
good.
drenched in human vomit all over again.
Yeah. I just got this off.
Did you, though? Did you?
I mean, I did my best, okay? I did my best.
So this time, it towers over you, unable to touch you and grab you, but is just standing there, just coating you in vomit as you squeeze it tight with your rope. Who would like to go next?
I feel like they enjoy it at this point.
Probably so.
How big is this room?
Each of those little squares you see is about 3.5 feet. Sorry, yeah, it's a 5-foot area. I'm sorry, 5-foot area for each of the squares.
And how tall is the ceiling?
It's about 12 foot up.
Not enough room to spread my wings and fly, so I will attack the one that's tied up with the my sword. That is
All right.
14.
You know that hits.
That is a 2 plus 3, 5.
Hot.
I want to turn to a bird, goddammit.
As you strike it good, as you cut cleanly into this thing, as you sever down its arm and into its leg, you cut off the low-hanging cloth that is covering its genitals, as you finally expose a large, meaty stinger between its legs, and it begins to pulsate.
Ew.
So it's packing.
Who would like to go next? It's packing.
I knew it had BD.
I'll send my falcon after it.
That
Okay.
lady packer.
Now the question is, do I aim for? Yeah, I'm gonna go for like the carotid or something.
Go for it.
Go for the stinger.
Pulsating menacingly.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. 15.
You strike the creature good with your little bird. Roll me that damage.
D4?
Yeah, he'll give you some D.
Whoa, 4.
Your bird swooches in as she moves forth and claws deep into the eye, trying to go for the carotid, but misses barely, but grabs into the eye socket and rips outward. As the eye peels out, a gushing torrent of blood seeps from the side of its head, and then bits and pieces of gunk, green and pulsating, begins to spew forth, covering over the side of its face. This thing ain't in a good shape.
Does your bird have 2 claw attacks or just the one?
Just the one, I think.
Next.
Okay. So how many are there?
3 in total, 2 that are combative.
Okay.
One that's in the distance throwing child-sized balls of meat.
Can I throw the jar of troll piss at the one throwing fleshes of meat?
Of course you can.
I'm going to do that.
Alright, you throw your piss. Give me a strength throwing. Actually, it'll be presence because it's eyeing sight, so it's a range attack, so give me a presence roll.
Okay, it is 17.
Okay. As you throw the piss and it showers, it crashes over this individual. It is now covered in piss. I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
All right.
Well, I thought that would be more.
As you throw the barrel of piss and slam it all over that creature, Tibetan, you see the pulsating stinger between its legs. The pulsating stinger lunges at you. Make me a defense check.
Oh no!
Pulsating stinger, you said.
Oh no! It's a 5.
Oof.
You're getting smacked
Only
with a
damage.
wingle dangle.
Okay, we're rolling that damage for the pulsator.
Not the pulsator.
Well, it was nice.
Pulsator does 5 points of damage.
Oh my god.
Oh no.
Oh my god!
As you are, the pulsator rips forth and opens, peeling back the flesh, showing a large, probing spear-like structure that stabs into you and rips upward. As you find that the upper part of your arm is no longer there, and your arm is hanging by tendons.
Well, that's not supposed to be in there.
As the one that was throwing the meat globs takes a moment and looks at itself, it's like, why do I smell awful in this place that smells awful? Why was I cursed with scent at this moment, as it can do, and it does nothing this turn? Okay, who would like to roll initiative?
I got a 2. I abdicate rolling initiative going forward. I got a 2 this time.
As Mr. McPulsator does not strike with the pulsator again, instead is going to try to go for a clobber in time on Ligon. Defense check.
Alright, is that a d20?
Yes, my dear. Plus your agility.
13.
It swings forth its hand and slams into the wall, unable to strike you true. The pulsator pulsates.
Ew.
Meanwhile, the one in the back it shakes its head and begins to try to throw a meaty torso this time, as it swings from the legs and tosses it forward at Brotra. Give me a defense check.
All right. Got a 12 exactly.
Ooh! As you see, you feel the edges of the pants that are still on this torso touching over your head as it slams against right behind you.
Good.
All right. The other one continues stirring, as though this fight, but watches intensely. Continue. Who would like to go first?
I will. I'm gonna try to cut off its penis.
Pulsator.
Yeah. Pulsator, right.
I like how you say pulsate and then you describe in like intricate detail.
It is
the
meaty, lengthy,
Veiny.
pulsator. Yeah, quite veiny.
Yeah, bigger than its leg.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Definitely a third leg for sure.
Yep. It's a tripod. It drags it behind when it walks. And that's just excited.
And that is a 16, by the way.
Nice. As you strike it, do that damage.
you have a weapon, or are you whipping it still?
I don't have a whip.
I only have the whip.
Oh, you have the whip,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
I have my ancestor's blade.
Oh, yes, it's quite
Yes.
What Blotra really needs is a ranged weapon because her presence is way better than her strength.
And that is 3 damage.
All right. Tell me how you kill this one.
Going through up to its pulsator, he, using his dismangled arm, kind of like wraps it like over it and slices down it, cutting it down in half, removing it entirely before rebounding up into its upper body.
As it falls, meatish and dead, it spews forth blood and ichor violence. As out of its form, just spews forth this mixture of sewage-like radiant and rotting flesh as it falls dead. Who would like to go next?
I fall over.
Oh, from blood loss?
Probably.
Fair enough.
I whip the next one. One of these days, I'm gonna hit with my -2. Oh no! Okay, so I fumbled, but I'm gonna spend an omen to not fumble because that means if I fumble, my tablet breaks and there's no more meat children rock things. So I gotta spend one of my omens to cancel that fumble, but I still miss.
Okay, you cancel the fumble.
Holy shit!
The other one is still hanging.
That thing's massive, dude.
Yeah! The big meaty cock!
It's got a tremor between its legs.
I'm sorry, it's penetrator.
Yeah.
Pulsator.
Yeah, that's
Penetrator's worse than cock.
The pulsator.
It's got a master blaster.
Okay, so I'm gonna send my hawk to gouge out its eye.
No, second verse, same as the first, get it.
Nat 20.
Nice.
Nice. Roll your damage twice.
4 and another 4.
Nice! Yeah, you almost kill this thing. As you move forth and your hawk just swooms forth, and this time goes for where the neck region of such a thing should be, as it digs in deep and rips upward, clawing and striking, as it begins to just shower the room in sanguine glory, as it's grabbing at its neck with its one hand. With the other, tries to defend itself.
I'll go in and try and attack it.
Okay,
So 16.
you're gonna. Okay, tell me how you kill it. As we see, she moves in, and you see the hawk strikes and rips up the throat as the room is showered in rubies. You do what?
I'm going to cut it from the groin up to its throat, just in like it with my sword, just to strike, cutting it right up the middle.
It peels in half, as this one did not have the same lengthened member as the other, as it simply flounders and part of its body falls into one of the huge trenchers. The last one looks on and sees this massacre, looks at its small bowl, and then just keeps stirring and like flaking it up. Doesn't seem to immediately try to attack you or anything.
I mean, we should kill it. That's for sure.
Heroes, please help us! As the man and woman in the corner, realizing you all are here and that you didn't immediately die, they call out to you.
So this is the man with no arms. The man with
The
no
man
legs and the woman with no arms.
Correct.
The one complete person.
Yeah.
So could we tie them onto each other
Oh my-
and
That's what I'm
maybe
saying,
be
yeah.
actually useful?
Yeah, that's
We tie the torso to the woman, and the man can wield a femur or something. We
You know,
know
you-
our bones,
you can-
right?
You can try this.
Are we making a human centipede?
No!
No,
We're not.
there's no human
God damn it.
centipede. So
I'm not shitting in anyone's mouth.
Okay, so what we're doing is I'm gonna take my whip because it's fucking useless, and we use that to tie the man to the woman's torso. And then we're gonna give them a femur, and then I'll take a femur. Not that my terrible strength will do anything with said femur, but at least I'll have one.
If each of you are willing to give up a point of omen each, I will allow this to work.
Yeah, I'll give up one.
I mean, yep.
Alright. I'm giving up an omen.
I don't want to, but everyone else has, so I'm going to.
There you go. Peer pressure, peer. Together, with the combined strength of the group of you, fire, earth, water, and, of course, love, you form the mighty fifth element, boron, as you create a woman. So what you do is there is a woman who has legs. You tied her to a man who has arms.
Yes.
And now
She was
I'm imagining
wearing him like a backpack.
he's that's what I'm imagining. He's on her back as they're tied together, becoming one greater person.
Okay, so we got to adjust him to the side so that his dominant hand, he
Yep.
can see it, because that's important.
Yup. Congratulations, you have made a person. Individually, their names were meaningless, but together, they are a person.
Yep.
The most powerful,
Congratulations, you're now a power couple.
the strongest
Power
power
couple,
couple ever known to man.
Yup. You have made. They are closer than any couple has been before. All right.
This last one, I'm gonna stab it.
You gonna go up and stab it?
Yeah.
Okay. Give me an attack.
Nope. 8.
As you do, you go forth and it bats your hand away as it goes back to making food. As it says, "No. King need food."
Who is king?
King Silas.
Does any one of you know King Silas? You've not heard this name before.
With your privilege and being super rich privileged, have you heard of this king?
I think he fell unconscious.
Is he alive? Because I can heal.
I mean, he is technically alive. He has 1 hit point left.
He's bleeding a lot.
Alright, well, how's everybody else looking? Because I can pull out my, my Prism of Ambiguity. And that's this light source. Let's see. So I pull out my Prism of Ambiguity and my Wickhead heart thing and shine them upon each other, and I roll a presence test of DR10, which I fail. So presumably just not going to work. I don't know what you want to do with this. It's like an hour that I can't do it like it's a spell or something. Oh, no, here we go. Alright, so if I failed, they suffer. Okay, hold on. No, that's a different thing. That's a whole separate thing. And I can only use it twice per day. So I'm going to try to do it. I'm going to try to do it the second time, and that actually succeeded. So 2 of you. Who is injured besides our wretched royalty?
I am quite injured.
Okay. So both of you are going to get a d6 hit points back, and for the next hour, which one of you wants to which one of you wants the next hour to be easier for you? Except if you fail, it's way worse.
I don't know how much worse it can get. I just rolled my dice and got 1 HP back.
Oh no!
That's what I get. I'm fully healed. Excellent.
Alright, well, which one of you volunteers for the good/bad situation?
I'll volunteer.
Okay. So for the next hour, you lower all DRs by 2.
Oh, wow.
If you fail, you suffer D4 damage and your armor or weapon is destroyed.
Oh, fuck.
So don't fail.
Got it.
Alright. Well, we got some hit points back from it, and I put the prism away for the rest of the day because it's now useless.
Alright. As you people are able to gather some health and be able to regain what it's worth. Now with your new companion, where do you go?
So
Have we asked the last guy for directions to the king? He looks like the sort that'll tell us. Where would we go to pay homage to your king?
Down sewage pit.
Fantastic.
That doesn't seem like place for a king. What does he king
Way
of?
there. Easier. Gone through chapel. If scary, sewage. Cowards.
Neither of these things sound appealing to me, so...
Yep. Can I send my bird down to take a gander?
Do you want to?
Not really.
Can birds smell?
I learned.
Alright, I guess we're going down into the sewage. Yay!
Yay.
All right.
Looking forward to it.
As the group of you make your way downward, step forth into the sewage. Everyone give me a debilitating toughness check.
No.
At +2 for the DR, so you have to beat a
Oh.
14.
Well, our wretched royalty has a -2 to that, so they get to cancel it. Due to
You're
the
right.
blessings.
Cancel.
The blessings of my prism.
Motherfucker.
I got a nat 20.
Proud of you.
I got
I,
a 14 exactly.
I got a 13.
Oof.
Yeah, I got a 12.
Oof.
Well, remember, if you fail, it's like way worse for you. So I don't know how many omens you have left, but if you want your weapon or armor to break somehow,
I don't have. Yeah, let me use an omen. I have one left. 16. Okay.
all right.
Waste. As
I
our
only have one
companions
left.
make their way through the fecal hole, you find yourselves in quite a pinch as most of you raise your weapon equipment high. Unfortunately, our grandiose warrior, Rugnar, hangs his weapon low in an unfortunate stake as it's on his hilt, on his waist, but it begins to seep in as the poo water rises higher, as the fecal acid begins to kick in, as your weapon, any of your metal weapons, dear friend, have reduced strength. The DR to use such a weapon is increased by 2.
It's a good thing I only have bones.
Aside from that, I mean, none of you try to eat or drink this water, right?
Absolutely not.
Absolutely. No, of course not.
Sorry.
You should collect some in the jar now that you don't have troll piss.
Well, I mean, I would, but I threw the jar. It's
Oh.
gone.
Accurate.
I'll use the lid, though.
Shouldn't my weapon be more deadly now, though, if I do hit?
It is given the corroded effect. If you roll a natural 1 with the weapon, you infect a creature. This infection causes 1d4 damage every turn. So basically, you either do a good amount of damage, or if you get a 1, the creature is just going to slowly die anyway.
Oh, dear.
Oh yeah. But it is harder to get a good chunk out of your as you all move through this horrendous scent, this debilitating, grotesque water. It almost felt alive. But for your luxuries, each of you step out onto small land, and every one of you begins to vomit violently as you finally make it to quote-unquote dry land. As the sludge itself clings to you and the smell of it is unfucking relenting.
Okay, so I've been vomiting all day here. So, like, you know, is there a
You're dry.
child-sized
I'll be
rock?
nice. You're dry.
Okay. I was saying, is there a child-sized rock? 'Cause my stomach's probably pretty empty, and maybe I'm getting hungry. I've gotten used to the smell. I could really use some screaming child-sized rock.
I mean, you
flesh.
could make one as you turn and see. Give me a moment. I'm getting the art for everybody.
Do you really want to eat a rock that was down here, though?
Well, it's purified with my powers from my stone.
It's definitely
Okay, so it's-
not.
Sure. Keep telling yourself that.
It's carno-organic spelophagy. Okay, it's totally fine.
Uh-huh.
That like it kills all the germs. I don't know if germ theory even exists in Mork Borg, but it like kills all the germs, so it's fine.
There's German theory.
I mean, I could have gotten a Hegelian owl, so yes, but
As you make your way over here and you turn around, first you see what looks to be a fountain of real water through the hallway moving forward.
Real
Behind
water,
you.
say.
Yeah, behind you, you see a statue. What looks to be some big-tittied goth GF. Oh wait, that's just what seems to be the goddess, Bakyle. Seems there's a small placard in front of her with multiple small ancient coins that are beyond krona. They seem to be coins of like copper quality and silver, possibly from the ancient Nukerbellian cultures. Not sure. And then down below, you see the etchings of what looks to be a room with blood that coats around it, and within, a rodentious smell lies in wait. What you guys do?
Well, given that I have been retching / dry heaving and everything's fucking gross, I want to go to the pure water that I'm sure is totally fine and is no way gonna bite me in the ass. I would like to try to drink some and get the horrid taste out of their mouth. I get on my knees and start cupping it and then attempt to drink some.
You make your way over to the fountain. As you see what looks to like 4 like people currently praying at the other side of the fountain, as they seem to be in chains and are looks like they're praying to this fountain that has a little tiny version of the big fat tittied woman right on top of it. As you cup your water and you feel a cooling presence. Make a presence check.
Okay. Got a 12.
You feel held as you feel this water soak you over. As your feet, you controlling, dictatious, begin to walk out of the room, past your companions, start going into the room below. What are the rest of you doing?
I'm watching that happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely not drinking any water. I have a water skin. It has clean water. I don't need this.
No more rock children for the rest of you, is all I'm saying.
As you make your way down to the bottom, into the open new room, you feel your words compelled. As the rest of you hear, very simply, "O Silas, my lord, feast upon me." You don't hear Blotra anymore. What do the rest of you do?
We might want to go get him.
Yeah, let's follow him down.
May as well.
You enter in just in time to see Blotra's legs entering the mouth of the single most, as I stated, rodent-like machination you've ever seen. As you see stuffed into this room, and so big, he etches at the edges what is perceived to be the king, currently consuming Blotra, as she screams inside of his mouth.
Oh, yeah.
Blotra, I'm sorry.
I mean, Blotra didn't know what she was doing.
Exactly.
I knew what she was doing.
Hey, exactly. It's fucking beautiful. I love it.
Can I play the torsos?
You can. You can absolutely play the torsos. They have what weapon did you guys give them?
A femur.
A femur.
Okay, they have Blotra's stats, but with, you know what? I'll be nice. Choose one of her stats, roll a d4, and you can change yours by that d4.
Okay. Well, choose strength because Blotra's strength was hot garbage.
Okay.
Apparently, Blotra has the torsos have a +2 strength.
Okay, their names were Yira and Lear, but you can call them torsos if you want.
I mean, Their name's Yearlear now.
Yearlier, perfect.
Yearlear, as many
Yearlear.
Y's as possible are in
Yep.
Yearlear.
And
Oh,
and you better have arguments with yourself. That's all I'm saying. Because you have two heads.
That's true.
Yearlier has a total of 7 hit points.
Oh my god.
Ooh,
I mean,
fancy.
2 torsos together, that's a lot of hit
Yeah.
points.
Oh yeah. All
Yeah,
right.
technically one could die and the other one would still be fine.
Mhm.
It would be a fucking Rat King issue, though. Jesus Christ.
Well, hopefully, I'm never gonna have to get there because Yearlear is gonna live through this disaster, obviously.
Oh, hell yeah. As we come to this point, as we look upon this massive body as it bites off, and you see her legs fall to the ground, bitten off, as you hear her swallowed into his gullet, screaming.
Oh wow.
As he looks upon his feed, you see in his hands a little tiny golden fork and knife as he flicks them together. More. What do y'all do as you found the culprit of why all these people have gone missing?
I would like to shapeshift into a bird.
It is big enough for it.
Yeah.
You turn into a bird.
As the
I'm gonna snatch his rat badger and sling it on my back.
Fair enough. We see that skin begins to peel off as bird feathers punch through. His teeth fall clattering to the ground. His eyes pop out of his head as a beak protrudes, ripping the skin and flaking it off like shedding a new skin itself as he flaps his wings, kicking off the last bit of flesh as his talons are ripped free from their fingered appendages.
yeah, screams of horrible pain turn into caws of a raven.
As initiative, everyone. Who is going to be the one?
I abdicated, so somebody else do it.
I'll roll it. 5.
All right, you guys go first.
I'm gonna bust out unless Birdman wants to go first. He did just make that very cool transformation.
No, you're good. Go ahead.
Okay, I'm gonna bust out my scroll, my unclean scroll of 9 violet signs, unknot the storm.
Oh.
Produce a D2 lightning bolt, dealing D6 damage each.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna aim them both at that guy, because
That chubby McChubberson?
yeah, Fatty McButterpants.
Hell yeah.
So
Good.
it D2. Do I have to roll a D2?
Yes.
Okay.
You have to test presence first.
Yep, you gotta make a presence check, I'm sorry.
Okay. All right, my presence is 13.
Nice. Alright, you got 2. Good job.
Sweet. Okay. So, and then I roll 2d6s. Yeah, I got 10. A 6 and a 4.
Nice.
Fuck yeah! Okay. As you pierce into this bloated, overstuffed McGuff, as his very existence is a sin to all good chefs that exist in this world. As he vomits up, and as he produces vomit, you see the torn, ripped, and eviscerated body of 3 different individuals, one being Bloat, as she is definitely fucking dead, half-baked by his stomach acid. As he is in pain. Oh shit! Oh, one more thing. I'm sorry. Everyone make a toughness check, please.
I got a 10.
16.
I got a 7.
Okay. Everyone, it was a 14 or better. Who all passed?
No. I think it's just me. Oh, we got 2 passes. Good.
Okay. For the next 2 turns, for those who didn't succeed, you start coughing as he begins to rip a fat one that somehow smells worse than everything else that you've ever smelled. All your difficulties are 2 points higher.
That's impressive, given how disgusting this entire place is.
Yeah, to really smell it on top of the smells.
Oh yeah,
Just pierces
this
through.
is something that will never leave you.
Oh,
You will always
get up
remember
those
this.
nostrils. Oh.
Well, Lear is going to get in there, and it's going to be mostly, it's a bit of a comedy of errors as, the arms starts talking about how we got to get closer, but the legs do not want to get all that much closer, so we'll see how that goes for us.
Come on, we got to move and to hit it.
What the fuck are you talking about?
apparently, we got just the exact right distance, because that was a crit. So that's 4 damage.
You strike him well. Blood pilns off as you see his knife slips from his hand and clatters to the ground. His tiny little table knife, as his fork, his little bitty fork, still sits in his grubby hands.
Alright.
Next.
Is it bird time?
It's bird time.
Okay. I'm gonna swoop in and attack this basement butterball. Let's see. I have 2 claws and 1 like scalp attack. I guess like a bite attack. So I roll them all separately. I
Hey.
assume.
Oh, that's sick.
So first one is 16.
Hit.
Second one, that's only a 12.
Okay.
The last one's a 19.
All right.
Is it a 12 hit?
Yes, it does.
So 2 d4s. I try and hide my d4s so I don't accidentally step on them. So that's a 1 plus 3, which is 4. 4 plus 7, or 4 plus 3 is 7. And then a bite, and a beak, which is 8. I'm the strongest bird ever known to man.
Jetta looks up to you.
Jetta does.
You get all this?
She's in awe and a little turned on.
Calculate it all up for me. I didn't catch all that.
Okay, 8 for the beak,
8.
7 for one of the claws, and 4 for the other claw.
Nice.
Oh yeah, as you do 19 points of damage, as you violently begin to claw, fight, and slam against this massive behemoth of a man. Blood begins to fill the room up to your legs and knees as he begins pouring like a slowly popping pimple. On top of that, as he's taking great amounts of damage, everyone make me another toughness check. This time, 16.
19!
Nope.
Technically, it's a 21.
Mine is a 13.
I'm only strong, I'm not tough.
Everyone who failed, and it gets flatulence is even worse. The next 2 turns from this moment is another +2. So the difficulty to attack him, because of your gagging and coughing, for those who are catching, for those who have not passed yet or have passed, it is now, you have to beat a 16 to even hit him.
I passed the first time, so this time it's just 14, right?
Yeah, it's just a 14.
Okay.
Okay. As it is, your eyes are fucking screaming. Your mouth is screaming. Your everything is. You're in agony. Get me out of here. Oh my god. Ugh! As that's going on. As we come over to Rich Boy, please.
Yes. I'm gonna try and hit him with, of course, my ancestor's blade. Said I need to beat a 16.
Yep.
Do I have a subtraction with that modifier from earlier, or no?
Subtraction?
The DR.
Oh, it would be a +2. Remember that Bloat negates the first of those +2s. So right now you just have to beat a 14 to hit it.
Okay. Well,
because you failed both of those checks, correct?
Correct.
Right. Yeah. So it's currently you have to be a 14 to hit.
Okay. Well, then I do have a 15.
Okay. You hit him.
And that is a 6 total.
Alright, before he can even summon his guards, tell me how you end him.
I go forth, gagging, blinding myself, and just thinking that I must. And holding my blade, I just rush forward, directly into his gut.
And as you do,
pushing.
Go ahead.
And I just keep pushing.
Force inward, pushing inside of the meat. Your body, as they see you submerged in the form of him, as coming out of him, this torrent of bile and blood fills the room, coming up to your knees and chest, as he slowly deflates. As he caves inward, you hear him scream, "No!" as he begins digging his fork into his own body and begins eating himself, as he slowly begins to die, as he heals forward, as you straight up, like, for those who've seen the new Suicide Squad, when she goes inside of this giant starfish's eye, and you're just submerged in gore and viscera, blood, and just viciousness. As he lays limp, dead, as his fork falls gingerly to the ground. You all once again see your companion quite literally soaked in absolution as Bloat is just clapping behind. Well done, the creature is dead, the man is now corpseified, and we have made it through this damned place, alive!
Nevermore.
Oh yeah, because you're a raven, you're gonna take the whole shit. I was gonna say that.
Okay, now can we get the fuck out of here? I don't. As much as I love having Lear on my back here, you know, it'd be really good to get out of this place. And this, I mean, I thought it smelled awful in that other room, but now here in this room, it is way worse.
It's fucking putrid in here. Let's get the fuck out. She's right.
I'm going to land and revert back into my form.
Pop back into your original form as you peel your bird feathers off, and somehow, some way, as you are reborn into this world, you have all your kit and equipment that you had upon you, reapparating as though ripping from under your skin, aside from the things that your companions carry. All being, I don't know, we'll wrap that.
I'm going to get my sack back and approach the body. Look down at the knife and fork. This looks valuable. Mr. Fancy Pants, is this worth, this should be worth something, no?
Do I know anything about it?
Just pick it up and move on.
I will pick it up and we will appraise it once we get out of this hellhole.
Pick it up, putting it into your palms without taking a moment's thoughts. As you do, some part of you, ravenous, voracious hunger.
Oh no.
If only we had Bloat and her ability to turn child-sized rocks into screaming food. would be
Right.
very helpful for you.
Can I knock it out of his hand when I see the hungry look in his eyes?
You know what? I'll give you one chance to save him.
Okay. Do I need to spend an omen? Because I have omens.
And if you fail,
All right.
you're going to need to make a DC toughness. Where was it? You have to make a DC toughness 16 check to, quote, save his mind and soul from voracism and hunger unending.
Okay, so I have a 14. If I spend an omen, does that...
You can decrease the difficulty by 4.
Let's do that.
Succeed.
Yep.
As just in the nick of time, as you have it in your palm, and you feel the hunger, your hand is spatted aside as the items clatter against the ground. And what was your mind dizzied, it shakes and shimmers as you feel your hand to your head. You're still hungry, still needing something to quench that hunger, but not to the point you would eat your entire group. The normal starvation is only eclipsed by the foulness of the air. Your mind is, for the most part, turned to you.
That was terrifying. I almost ate my little rat badger.
That would be a shame.
I almost ate all of you. Do not touch that. It is cursed.
I'm
And
gonna
that-
take a day's ration out of my pack and shove it into his chest and say, "Let's get the fuck out of here."
I'm
Despite,
already on the way out.
despite the smell, he's just gonna like inhale it, just like, and just shove it down like he's never eaten before.
Chomp down. As you exit, you find more of the prisoners from the village. Those 4 that you saw before. As Lear and the gal, Ilian, 2 of them begin to free them the best they can, and all of you get the Jafark out of there, with at least a total of 6 people that you've saved.
Oh, worth it.
Wow.
Intact people, or are we also counting Yira, Lear, in that?
We're talking about the life behind the limbs.
Okay, so only 4 extra.
Exactly.
Alright.
As
Yeah, they're really just.
And all the ones that would have been taken eventually.
there you go. As you are all, you can divide it amongst yourselves. You make it back to the town. You are paid 200 silver to divide as you will, and for each person that you returned, you are paid an additional 50 silver.
That's 500 total.
Well, you can divide that as you will. As you make it to the town, people are intensely thankful to be away, and, well, the horrendous smell has decreased over the area. As they do something for the group of you that brings a near tear to your eye, they spend the next week cleaning your absolute existence of that unrelenting filth, which may be the only real glory that any of you receive from all of this.
Exactly.
I'll take it.
As there was so much cleaning after this mess, and of you, the local tavern keeper named an entire section of their tavern after you, specifically the bathhouse.
Mm-hmm.
Each stall has each of your names above it.
Nice.
Wonderful.
As that, the end of our adventure.
Woo.
As you all survived the bloat of the king.